Hi, welcome back to a new episode of the Guys Book of the World Book Club. Yeah. And today, guys, we're an extremely special episode. Guys, today, guys, we're on episode number 200 and 300, 302. Guys, which is crazy the amount of episodes that you managed to record, guys. 302 episodes. As you can see me much better because today I'm filming from my home studio and I'm using my new camera, my 2K camera. But I have a problem. I put my green screen behind me, and you see, if I try to zoom, I have a green screen. You see, I don't know why it's happening. And you don't see the microphone. The mic, hey. I don't know why it's working like this. It's really strange. Anyway, you can see me much better, and I really love the quality of this camera. And I'm sure that if I'm going to use, if it's going to work with a green screen, it's going to be much better. So yeah, I think I'm going to buy me a camera like this for my portable studio in Ariel. And that's it, guys, to improve. So guys, as you know, if you're not if you're on the channel, welcome, and if you're on the familiar channel, welcome back. My name is Zach and I'm the host. And on this post, guys, on this podcast, guys, we're working together on speaking level, and on communication skills to stand on the camera and get better from the camera. I'm doing this podcast because I truly believe that English is the number one tool to teach one of us must require not to be successful in life. And a second tool that is going to help us in order to get better from the camera. And besides of the fact that the green screen doesn't work, I really love the quality of the video. It's look really good. Guys, and if you take those two skills, English and communicating with the camera, and you combine them together, you can create great content to the internet, and you can influence billions of people all around the world. So it's really, I recommend to work on those skills. And I'm saying that I'm aware of the fact that sometimes might be changing to speaking English. And what I'm trying to do in the podcast is to inspire some people like you, the lady and gentlemen, that are watching the podcast, you. I try to inspire you to also do the same and also work on English and share it in the world, because I truly believe that it's really important that you share it. Just at least document yourself, guys, and just document yourself. It costs you almost nothing to record yourself and to document yourself, and it's going to work just for the memory. Just for the memory, guys. Do it for the memory. And I think that by sharing with you guys my struggles, success, failures, and upside and down, or I overcome my obstacles of podcasting 5 times per week, I will inspire the people to do the same, guys, and to also to see that it's not so bad, and you can do it. Also, you can do it. So, yeah, that's what's up, guys. And today, guys, you see, I got this really nice sentences behind me. And if you want to check it out, you can find them on 3, 2, 1, kabam. You can find them on Good Fun. And this is great background to upload to Good Fun. And by none other than Kovchek. I don't know who it is, but I think it's first time. But thank you very much. It's a really good background. Of course, we like the background. And if you want to download the picture, just need to choose the resolution behind download. You need to choose the resolution from here. Press download. Right click on the picture, go to Shmirat and B'Shem Libro, save pictures in English, press on it. Choose the one to save it on the computer, press 7, just like that, you will get this great background on the computer. So thank you very much for that, who made this great background. And thank you very much for Kovchek for sharing this great background with us. And today, guys, we are continuing, we almost finished. We have this episode. Tomorrow episode, we're going to finish chapter 15. And after that, we have the acknowledgement, and we have to finish the book, and we have 3 episodes. Tomorrow we're going to finish okay. We have 4 episodes. Finish the book. And I know that I really love the book. I really enjoy it. So yeah. It said that we'll finish this book, but the next book is going to be, we're going to crash it. It's going to be savage. if you're going to crash it. So stay tuned for this link book. And guys, if you want to check out this grand account or if you want to check out the next 5 moves by Patrick Bedavid, Masters Art of Business Strategy, or if you want to check out Patrick Bedavid's social media account, and you know that I really recommend to check this out. You got all the link in the description below, so make sure to check them out and like them. And guys, if anyone of you have any suggestions for me, I can improve myself on the podcast, or if anyone of you want to come to the podcast, be a guest on the podcast, share with me the bond inspires about, or just and make a difference, because we just have a kind of time with me in English, because I'm a really nice guy. So please let me know in the comment below so we can arrange it. Same things, guys. Of course, guys, it's always feel free to leave a comment below if you learn something with the channel, maybe something that's last said, or that you heard, or your nice quote from Patrick David or from the book, or maybe you learn a life lesson from someone else, from as well. Feel free to share the fast all about can enrich our life and improve ourselves. Thanks to you guys. And guys, one last thing before we start to the book, before we jump to the book. If you enjoy the process, if you enjoy the video, and if you find this journey interesting, please consider to support the channel and like this video, share with friend, put subscribe to the channel, and push that notification bell so you can notified on each of the extremely exciting episodes coming to YouTube. And you know it's going to be 5 extremely exciting episodes per week. So make sure to subscribe to the channel and to share it with your friend. And guys, now before I tell you the introduction, let's just dive right into the book. So next 5 moves by Patrick David. Meet with the meat, the legend, the bunny one is the man himself. Give me Sir John, please. Give me Sir John, please. Give me Sir John, please. So boy, AK, yeah, let's go. So your next 5 moves of Patrick David, page 232 to 255. Let's go. Here's the end of the 251. In my early 20s, when I had just started selling insurance, I met a very connected guy named Eddie. He was also Middle Eastern, and we had some mutual friends. It wasn't a business connection. It was more like a friend of the family. We became buddies, and he invited me to his 50th birthday party. The party was at his house in an expensive suburb of LA. I arrived in my Ford Focus, and I saw a bunch of nice cars parked near the house. I realized that the party could be an incredible networking opportunity. Even so, I kept a low profile. I didn't talk business or hand out one business card. I even stayed and helped wash the dishes. Ellie and I built a relationship. As we got to know each other better, I asked him, "How can I help you? What can I do to make your life better?" Ellie got emotional and told me that his son had been in prison for 9 years. Damn. No one was visiting him because it was 4 hours away, near San Luis Obispo, and it was a rough prison. If you're willing to go, Ellie said, it would mean the world to me. I understand if you don't want to, but that would be a big favor that you could do for me. I said yes. Before going, I had to do a background check, fingerprints, the whole 9 yards. It took 30 days to get a clearance. Once I did, I drove there and spent an entire day with Eddie's son. He was sitting in the corner and saying things like, "That guy just shanked that person. He was in the hall for this. That guy's the king around here." He was pointing out everywhere and telling stories as though we were old friends. we became pen pals, writing letters writing letters back and forth. Not email, letters. I made that 4-hour drive several more times. After my first visit, Ellie called me and said, "You have no idea how important it was what you did for me." I said, "Brother, anytime." We met for lunch at his house, and he asked, "How can I help you?" That is when I told Ellie I was a financial advisor and looking for clients. He gave me a list of 600 names. Damn, again. He gave me a list of 600 names and told me I could use his name when I called them. Damn. At that point in my career, I had experienced the difference between cold calls, mostly hang-ups, and introductions, which often led to meetings. One of those people led me to meet somebody who introduced me to 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 somebody who ultimately made me $30 million. Damn. When I finished telling the story, Richie had a different look on his face. I said to him, "See, if I would have gone to him on the, see, if I would have gone to him on day one and said, 'Can you get me some leads for clients?' Can you imagine what would have happened? He would have said no. Our plays are all about the long game. Why do you think we have been talking so much about chess masters? If you want referrals, if you want to build long-term relationships, the next time you meet anyone, much less a key influencer, don't go up to him and say, "Do you want to go to bed with me? Can you give me what I want?" The power move is to flip it and instead ask, "What can I do for you? How can I help you?" It's a life-changing move that requires a complete shift in mindset. Not only will you build better relationships, but also, if you are truly committed to the long game, it will make you a bottled of money. Damn. Title: The formula for gaining power. How it works. It's critical to put in the time, but hard work alone won't be enough. How to improve. This constantly gives you new ways to make your business to the next level. This constantly out improve. This constantly gives you new ways to take your business to the next level. It gives you confident. If there was an area I was always obsessed with competing in, it was improving faster than my peers. Out strategize. This means means thinking five moves ahead. It means figuring out how to scale and having the patience to plan many moves ahead before they bear fruit. Outlast. You really learn about people both when you achieve great success and when you suffer a tragic failure. Emotional damage. It's hard to know who will keep going. To outlast, you need endurance, which comes from making choices that keep you alert and focused on the game. Title: Shadow who you want to be. Now we are bringing things full circle. The first move was for you to figure out who you want to be. The power play for becoming who you want to be is finding someone who is already experiencing that success. Warren Buffett enjoyed the good fortune of having a Benjamin Graham as his professor at Columbia University. The late Graham was the author of the Intelligent Investor, the definitive book on value investing, investing, and it regarded as a father and is regarded as a father of value investing. Having a front row seat to one of the greatest minds in investing played a massive role in Buffett's success. Buffett so badly wanted to shadow Graham after business school that he was willing to work for him for free. Graham didn't offer him a job, but Buffett went back to his hometown of Omaha, Nebraska. Graham didn't offer him a job, and Buffett went back to his hometown of Omaha, Nebraska. Graham later hired him, and Buffett said, "I took a job with Ben Graham, my hero. I never asked the salary. I found out at the end of the I never asked the salary. I found out at the end of the month when I got my paycheck, what I was earning." Physical proximity is what differentiates shadowing from finding a mentor, which we discussed in chapter 12. If you can find a person who will let you observe him up close, take advantage of the opportunity. There is a big difference between having a mentor and shadowing someone. A mentor might tell you what to do, but a performer you shadow shows you what to do. You get to observe firsthand what he does during a conflict and intense negotiations. You can also learn how to handle the enemies and how motivates his team. I can't emphasize enough the power of surrounding yourself with other people who are living your dream life. The key point to remember is that you want to shadow successful people no matter where you are in your career. At every stage of my growth, I have attached myself to the people I admire. As a kid, I tried to go everywhere with my dad. In the army, I stayed close to the best leaders. I also worked out with the strongest guys. As a salesman at Bailey, I shadowed Francisco Davis, because he was a top salesman. I didn't care how late it was or what type of manual tasks I had to perform. It was worth staying late to have a 10-minute conversation with Francisco, or even just be in the room when he made his follow-up calls. What I was looking for was how to feed my mind and see things I could do better. Successful people are busy, so you have to offer them value. It can't out to offer to buy them more coffee or lunch, but it's even better to do something that improves their business. Volunteer to edit the proposal or to do research. Volunteer to edit the proposals or do research. Offer to stay late and write the thank you notes while listening to them make sales calls. You might be surprised what you might have to offer, especially if you're under 30. You probably know more about social media than just about everyone over 40 does. Offer to help them set up their social media pages for their business. Ideally, the relationship will become a win-win. You get to learn from being in the other person's presence, and he or she benefits from your skills and willingness to work. One example is NBA coach Steve Kerr. Yes, him again. The same guy who made Andre Iguodala feel needed on Golden State's way to an NBA championship. In his first 5 seasons as a head coach, Kerr led the Warriors to the NBA Finals every single year and won 3 championships. After 5 grueling seasons, including the last one in which he witnessed Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant, and Marcus Cousins sustained awful injuries, and the latter two leave the team via free agency. You might think that he would have spent the summer of 2019 getting some well-deserved rest. In the summer of 2019, Team USA was preparing for the FIBA World Cup. I'm a huge basketball fan, and I couldn't even tell you what FIBA stands for. There is no glory, no Olympic medal, and little recognition to be had from coaching from be had, and little recognition to be had from coaching the team. In fact, so many NBA stars refused to play that there was only a handful of all-stars on the roster. But since Greg Popovich, arguably the NBA's best coach, was the head coach. Steve Kerr put his vacation aside in order to be an assistant to Popovich. He couldn't resist the opportunity to shadow greatness. This is an incredible opportunity, and one I'm extremely grateful for, Kerr said. I had the good fortune to participate in our USA basketball program as an amateur, and to have the chance to return to the world stage 3 decades later and work under Pop, one of my former coaches and a mentor, is a tremendous honor. If you want to gain power, you must create opportunities to shadow others. If you want to be exponential, even after winning championships, you must jump on every opportunity you can to shadow powerful leaders. Title: Leadership is knowing what drives people. In this, our final chapter, we keep coming back to ideas we have already looked at and are now taking it to the next level. In chapter 2, we talked about knowing what drives you. Now we are going to examine what motivates others. We touched on some of those things when discussing the nine love languages of entrepreneurs. But this is next level. When I was 22 years old, working at Morgan Stanley Dean Witter as an advisor. I spoke to two audiences in a span of a month. The first was a group of seniors who wanted to learn about better alternatives for retirement. I spent the majority of my time speaking to them about what it would feel like to be able to live in a 10,000 square foot home with a Ferrari parked outside, and then Amex card, and then Amex black card in their wallet. They looked at me as if I had lost it, until they stopped paying attention until they stopped paying attention altogether. A couple of weeks later, I spoke to a group of salespeople who were in their late 20s to early 30s and decided to take a completely different approach. I asked them to think about what it would feel like to one day be able to send their kids and grandkids, and I asked them to think about what it would feel like to one day be able to send their kids and grandkids to the best universities without worrying about how much it would cost, or having enough money in a retirement account to draw $10,000 a month for the rest of their lives, by living completely near a golf course. Again, I lost them all. And guys can guess what is going to be right now. Yeah, that's right. Guys, this is the end of the episode. So yeah. So guys, thank you very much for me. I really appreciate the fact that you choose to invest time in me. And I really hope that you learn something new from the channel and from the podcast and from this episode, because I know the time I learned. So guys, thank you very much. And I know that I go and I can't wait to see you all guys on tomorrow. On tomorrow episode, the next episode, the Grants Book Club, the World Book Club. Until then, have a great time. Take care of yourself and bye-bye. So guys, today is Tuesday, 15 February 2022. The time now is 21:58. And now I'm moving to watch UFC 2271. I came up late. I woke up late today. So I didn't record all the episodes that I wanted to do. And I wanted to finish the UFC, to watch the UFC, and tomorrow we are going back to work on a school assignment, and I wait. And I'm waiting for the answers from interviews that I had, and I have a lot of moves that I want to do, big moves. For me, it's a big moves. In Patrick guys, it's going to be a really small moves, but in my world right now, it's a big move. And yeah, let's see what happens. I will keep you updated, guys. And guys, to tell you, I really enjoy I really love the microphone. It's giving me like a really feeling of professional. יום שלישי, 15/2/2022, שעכשיו היא 9:59, אז יאללה, שחר הדס וגבריאל ביקרו אותנו, ממש נחמד. כבדנו הדס ושחר, וגבריאל חמודי, חמוד, יש רק אחד וזה אלסינג. כן, החיים שלי. נחכה לתשובות מהרעיון עבודה. נראה מה התוצאות של תקשורת המונים, ואיך אני מקבל את ה-60. נקבל 60, אם אני מקבל 70, זה בכלל כאילו כיף. אני כאן לקבל 60, לעבור שנוכל להמשיך את הקורס, ואולי יהיה פדיחות. לא נחשב עוד פעם, או 10 שמתחילה עליהם ממש, ממש נראה לי 10. טוב, לא אכפת לי, it is what it is, בוא נהנה ממה שיש כל אפשר. יאללה, נתראה מחר, עכשיו UFC 271, להתראות.